Hi, and welcome to Wine Australia's video series, Reading Between the Vines. Throughout this series, you'll hear from grape growers and winemakers about their experience using agtech. We'll hear stories about the cost-benefit, their engagement, and the outcomes engaging with technology to help them grow more sustainably and more profitably. So, let's jump right in. Good morning, we're here today at Bortoli Wines in Yarra Valley in Victoria, and I'm here with Rob and Emma from Bortoli Wines. How are you guys? Good. And we're here today to talk about how you guys have been using Bitwise Agronomy. And so Bitwise Ag are a ground-based vision imaging system. So these are systems that use photography and imagery captured in the field to give vineyard managers a bit more insight into what's going on inside their vineyard. Rob, let's start with you. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I've been at Bortoli since 2005 and studied viticulture at Charles Sturt University before that.
Fantastic. And a little bit about the site here at Bortoli in Yarra Valley.
Yeah, we have 3 sites across the Yarra Valley. They total about 240 hectares. We have 2/3 reds and 1/3 white, and our 2 main varieties are Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
Emma, let's hear from you. Tell us a bit about yourself.
So I've been here for about 18 months now. I finished a Bachelor of Agriculture before I came here at Melbourne Uni, and I started working here because I've worked a bit at my uncle's farm and really liked working there, so I thought I'd transfer to a bit of a bigger company and try and learn a bit more.
And what is it about Bortoli you like?
I really like the learning aspect of it and how you can learn everything from being in the vineyard up a bit further to more of the winemaking decisions.
Rob, for you specifically, what was it about Bitwise that interested you?
Yeah, I suppose there's 2 or 3 things that interested us. We could use it when we wanted to, or when we felt that we could get the most benefit out of using it at that time. If you're relying on satellites or drones and things like that and booking planes and for aerial imagery, it's less flexible, I suppose. So there's that aspect of it. And I also like the sort of the horizontal filming rather than the from above filming or imagery that we get, because it gives us not only a closer sort of aspect, but I think a more accurate. It reduces the background complications that you get with satellites.
And maybe, Emma, if you could tell us a little bit about the mechanics of onboarding Bitwise into the vineyard.
Yeah, so I found that it was quite easy to access. So the machinery itself, we just use our normal Kubotas and tractors and things like that, and then we just bought like a GoPros and the stands for it, and then attached it to basically a main frame of our machinery. It was then really easy because we already knew how to drive the machinery, and you just drive it through the fields. We got heaps of instructions on how to set everything up and all the views, and they had example pictures of what they wanted to see from us. And then from there it was also again really easy to upload everything. There were heaps of instructions. We'd upload it to a Google Drive that was shared with the Bitwise Agronomy team, and we'd send them an email to say we're uploading videos here, and they would respond back a couple of days later with a link that would send us to a dashboard, which was again really easy to read. It had heaps of information in heaps of different tables and graphs and maps as well. So it was sort of easy for anyone to look at it and have an understanding, no matter how you looked at things and understood things.
Oh, fantastic. Yep. So it's a relatively simple process to onboard it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're using cameras like GoPros, which are accessible to everybody.
Exactly.
And you're strapping it to your existing equipment. So it's relatively easy to kind of set up.
It was really easy to just repeat everything that we were doing.
So you're making decisions with this with regards to vineyard management. What are the main reasons that you're using this platform?
Yeah, so there were 2 aspects of Bitwise that we found really beneficial, and one of them was counting the missing vines in the vineyard. So giving us an idea of any vines that had succumbed to Eutypa or vine age or been hit by a tractor and not replaced. We can work out replant numbers and things after that. The other major aspect for us was measuring the shoot height during the season and getting an idea of 2 things. It showed up wet areas in the spring where there was reduced spring growth from the vines that just didn't cope with the wet soils, and the other one was the impact of phylloxera on the vineyard and how that was affecting and growing within that block, and making decisions on whether we left the fruit there and not harvested it during that season, and then further down the track, working out when we'd pull that block and start to replant the whole thing.
Yeah, fantastic. In terms of the information that you're getting back, so you upload photos and it's processed in a machine learning and an AI environment in a cloud, and it comes back to you. What does that information look like for you, Emma, and how easy is that to access?
Yeah, so I found it really easy to access. It's just a link in an email that you just click on and it's all there, ready to go. Over the season as well, they've been improving their dashboard, so it's much easier to read and understand, and it's all sort of there. And you can make adjustments for which block you want to look at, and you can compare blocks as well. If they're the same variety, you can see what differences are in different areas.
So sustainability for you guys is a little bit of a focus, as it seems to be everywhere at the moment. Is this a platform you're considering as a means of being able to achieve some of those sustainability targets?
You can never have too much information, I think, and Bitwise sort of is a brick in that information wall, if you like, that we can take that knowledge away and use it in other aspects of the business. And everybody wants to save money on labour, everybody wants to save money on energy inputs, so if we can weave that into our business, that's what we're really looking for.
That's a really great story, guys. Thanks for sharing, really appreciate it, and good luck with season 2 and beyond.